Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Hey.
Speak loudly about what your soul has to say. Create the things you desire to create. Move your body in the way your body wants to move. Laugh at the random moments you want to laugh. Cry during the times your soul feels sad. Achieve
What's up, you guys?
your soul yearns to achieve.
Your girl feeling better today. You deeply desire.
Indulge in the random things you dreamt of as a child. Do the things you know that no one else has done before. Love someone with all your heart when you just couldn't give love. Listen. Wake up.
Surrender. Get obsessed. Own it, own it. Wake up, wake up. Believe, believe. Get obsessed. Own it.
Your soul is dying to be seen and heard and unleashed. Honor your soul. Commit to wearing your soul on the outside. I dare you. Do the things that no one else has ever done before. Trust in the process that everything is going to be perfect. The things that excite your soul, your deepest desires, they're not random. Chances are they're linked to your purpose. Follow the nudges. Adjust your crown.
What's up, you guys? Come on in the room. Hey. Wake up, believe, surrender, get obsessed, and own it.
Alignment is not just about the bliss, it's also about making.
What's up, you guys? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Good morning. Good morning. Great day. Free, free. Hey. What's up, you guys? Elliot, Tracy, OD. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Omega Red. Tan G62 or Tan Guy, I think it's G. Wake up, everybody. Listen. Believe. Surrender. You got to be detached. You got to get obsessed. Own what you desire. Woo! What's up, you guys? Own it, own it. Listen to your soul. Hey, own it.
Listen to your soul. Own it. Listen to your soul. Own it. Listen to your soul. Own it. Listen to your soul. Own it. Listen to your soul. Own it. Listen to your soul. Own it. Listen to your soul. Step up and own it.
Yes. You know what? We need to do a music video for that. Like, I got to hear my girl and say, yo, let's do the music video. Let's do the music video for this. Okay, so hello, hello, hello. This is your first time. I'm Lakeisha Michelle. And yes, we start off with music when we feel like it. So that annoys you. Oops. What's happening? Hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay, no matter what time of day. This is Good Tea for Life. And this is the moment where you take time and you want to learn something good for your soul. You want to hear something that lifts you up. You want to hear something that reminds you to be all that you were designed to be. This is the moment where you tune in and you just think about yourself and how you can be a better version of yourself so that you can actually give to people the best version of you. So today, what came to me to talk to you guys about is really, really, really simple. So there's this thing that I do that I've always done since I was a kid. And, you know, the more people I hang around, like mentors that I hang around, I didn't know like this was actually a thing that you do. But what happens, what I love about children is that children do the things that we're naturally supposed to do. Like they don't see limitations. And so they don't see like, I love my nephews. Like y'all know, if you follow me, you know, I love my nephews. I got a whole bunch of nephews. Okay. And they're just amazing, amazing little humans. And so I love being with them because they just don't see limitations. So one of my favorite times recently was when my stomach was hurting because I ate too much food in my sister's house. And the food that I'm like literally not even supposed to be eating because it makes my stomach hurt anyway. But I was so full. And so I was laying across the bed and I was just like, oh God, I just feel horrible. I was like, and I really was like, ugh, I just feel like crap. And my nephew comes over and he was like, okay, this baby like 3 years old. He's like, let's figure this out. He's like, okay. He started looking around the room. He was like, I can help you. Like he didn't see any limitation. He just saw that my auntie is on the bed, she in pain. And he just got solution oriented. He saw, here's what she needs. She needs to not be hurting. So let me find things in the room. So he brings me this dirty bottle of water that he been spitting in while he drinking. Cause you know, babies, they be drinking and all that little stuff. And he was like, you want drinks? So I was like, no, auntie, feel better. But my point is, like, he didn't see limitation. He just saw that there is something that she needs. I love her. Let me figure it out. Right. He didn't see that I'm a child. I have no clue what's going to make her stomach stop hurting. And so what happens is, you guys, we get into this. Hey, Toya, what's up, Mo B? What's happening? So we get into this thing where there's something that we're aware that we want. Like, what is it that you want right now? Think about something that crossed your mind this morning. And it's like, man, I really, really want that. Like, I really want that thing. Like, it just seems out of your reach. What makes it seem out of your reach? Like, really assess that. And that's how I naturally think, you know, and it annoys a lot of people. And what happens over time, I can say definitely in my life, is that hanging around the wrong people, and it's not that they're wrong because they're wrong, but it's just like, you know, sometimes you just get your culture, your environment, and you're hanging with people and they don't think like you. And I've always naturally went, if I want it, I'm getting it. Like, I don't know how and I don't care how, because that is not my job. Before I knew that was like law of attraction or any of that other stuff, it's just, I don't know, blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. But that's the way my brain works. If there's something that I want it, and that's going to happen. And I don't care about the rules or what you say I should have or don't have or won't have. I don't care how long it takes. I'm just going to make it happen. And that's the way that I'm wired. Now, everybody's not wired like that. And I get it. I believe that everybody is wired like that, but then you come wired like that. And then you go through whatever your version of life has been. And so now you have to relearn the way that we always were. Does that make sense, you guys? So for example, when I was a little girl, and I remember I've been running my mouth since I can remember. Like, even my dad says that even when I was like a little infant, like, I was always running. He would just look at me and I would just be talking baby gibberish, but I was talking. Like, that's just what I've always done. And I remember being at church, and we were always in church 24/7, 8 days a week. We was in that thing. Okay. And I didn't mind because I just knew that I'm going to go get on the stage. Like, some people looked at it some other kind of way. I want to get on the stage. Like, I am so the lead singer. I am so the play person. I am so giving the announcements. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. That's what I've always been that way since I was a child. And so it's interesting because some people yield. Some people stop at the thing that they feel is naturally where they're supposed to be. And then other people just go like, that's me. And so I think that our job today, for sure, more than ever, is to get more to who you truly are. Be more you, be more you, be more you, be more you, and be unapologetic about it. Like, my whole life, everyone says like, oh, she's hyper, she's loud, she's whatever. If I were to actually like stop being who I am because I'm making other people uncomfortable or whatever I'm making them, like, I don't even know why you need to tell me that I'm hyper. I didn't even ask you what you think I am. Like, I don't even care what you think I am. Like, but we spend our lives and we spend our days caring about what you think I am, caring about if I'm right or wrong, caring about whatever, instead of caring about what you actually want. Like, want what you want and then go for it. And so the thought was simple today. I was thinking about when I was younger and how I used to be at home in my room, and I'm the only girl in the house. So my brothers were always doing nerdy stuff, which explains why I'm a big nerd as well. But hey, brothers, I love you. You're nerds. But I mean, like, they're like Star Wars, Star Trek. I always mix one of them things up. Like, they're nerds, but I love it because like they made me be into tech. Like, they made me, like, I paid attention to what they were paying attention to, which makes me pretty fabulous. I'm just saying. So the point is, in my room, Destiny girl, you know, we got along from day one because me and you both be like, la, la, la. Destiny and I went to beauty school together. So here's the thing. When I was in my room, I would be looking in the mirror and I would be singing with my brush, right? And singing with my brush and doing my thing. And there was a standing ovation and it was great. And that's what I saw in my head, a standing ovation when there was no one. And so I was laughing at myself because when I was in Ohio recently, I was hanging out with my bestie, and let me find the video. And I laughed because, of course, I'm entertaining the people in Ohio. And what I love is that it went from singing in my room with my brush to, let me find this video. Let me see. Birthday like singing in restaurants to random people with the fork.
I can't believe she.
So you guys, I laugh because I always was this person. At the drop of a dime, I'm grabbing anything that resembles a microphone and I'm going, right? And what I say that to say, like, you have to be all of who you are. You have to express yourself the way that you feel you need to express yourself. Even if you do it and there's a wrong raise, like knowing that I'm always open to learn, then I'm okay if I do something quote unquote wrong, because I'm okay with apologizing. I'm okay with my truth. I'm okay with what makes you uncomfortable. I'm okay. I tell people all the time, even in my relationship, it's okay if what I want is not what you want. And that means we can't be. Like, I'm okay with that, because I'm not going to not have, like, I'm okay with that. And I think some people are living their lives trying to make other people comfortable. I watch the people that I love living their lives, and they're trying to be so politically correct that it's killing them literally. And I'm just not here for that. I was here to have more life, okay? And more life abundantly. I don't know about you, but I'm certainly here to have more life and more life abundantly. So I say all that because you can't see the limitations, and we all do this. I included still do this, but I built the habit where it's like, oh, this is a limit. This is a perceived limitation. God has not given me the spirit of fear. This is a perceived. Hey, I need to turn on Hey Siri on my iPad, because it don't work on my iPad. It only works. Why doesn't it work on my iPad? Let me go figure out why, because I don't like that. I want to be able to ask her a question. I don't got time to do. Oh, boom. There we go. Look at that. Just that quick. Hey, Siri. Now it still ain't working. Oh, because it went on my computer. Don't go on my computer. I'm on my live stream on my computer, Siri. Oh, gosh. Anyway, moral of the story is it's perceived. Okay, let's get the definition. Because I love definitions. Like, you know how you know what a word means? But let's just really break down what this word means. Perception. Okay, perception. The ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through your senses. Now, the thing about our senses is that our senses are, they lie to you. Like, if I was in the hospital, when I was in the hospital, my senses told me, hey girl, you're probably dying right now. Like, this is a real story. When I was in the hospital, everything, all of my senses, do you guys know what your senses are? Are you aware of the senses? Do you know what your senses are? Yes or no? Ooh, who wants to take me to lunch? I'm finna see who wants to take me to lunch. Do you guys know what your senses are? Let me just make sure you guys are clear, because I really think that we don't really understand like how powerful they are, because our senses tell us certain things. Like, when I was in the hospital, my senses told me that I was dying. Now, thank goodness that I do this work that I'm teaching without no one, I live this, because if I had to listen to my senses, then I would have, hello, Mohammed.Rezabazian. Hello, hi. My senses told me that I was dying. So if I had to listen to them, if you listen to your body, then your senses tell you can't do something. Your senses tell you, whatever, like they always saying something, but you have to develop the attitude and the habit of commanding and speaking past what your senses tell you to be true. Because at the end of the day, what is actually true? Like, I know then it starts to get like, oh, what? Huh? What's up, Tyrone? Yes, believe on it. Lynn, what's happening? Lynn King. Michelle, what's happening? Michelle Thomas. My friends thought I was the church because we were always also there singing 24/7. Yeah, we definitely were there. Tori, what's happening, love? My action taker, Tori. So here's the deal. Your senses lie to you. And when I say lie, it's because you have to be like the little kid that was looking in the mirror, singing to all the people. My senses would tell me that there's no one there, but my soul always knew. I have been on stages after stages after stages. I mean, 20,000 people in the room, 10,000 people in the room, 500 people in the room, 30 people in the room. I always jump on stage and it feels like home. The same way it felt like home when I was a little girl and no one was there. Like every time I got on stage to this day, when I get on, like what I actually experience in my head versus like what's actually happening in the room, I'm always way over somewhere else. Does that make sense, you guys? And so you have to live like that. Like you don't live in your house now as if it's something, if it's not the house that you desire, you still live. In my mind, I'm already in the place that I desire. Some of you guys, when it comes to your body, like the reason why your body doesn't change is because you think you are the body that you see now. So like I'm energetically unavailable to have a certain type of body. It won't happen. It's not going to happen, you guys. It won't. I'm telling you, it won't. Like it won't. Like, because I'm just not available for it. Like you get what you're available for. You get what you're a match for. So it was no wonder Tony Robbins' team called me to get on stage in front of all those people. Now, on my vision board, it said I'm going to be on Tony Robbins' stage. I should have clarified what I was going to be doing, but it's no wonder that I end up VIP next to Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, and I get pulled on stage, not because I had a hookup, but because in my head, they already knew like this girl. It's no wonder sometimes whenever they're sold out of like seats on the plane and I want to get an upgrade, it's no wonder that when I get there, they go, somebody will be like, come over here with me, ma'am. They just pull me there and they put me in business class. Like it's just because that's where I already am in my head. It's no wonder when I walk up to the airport line, like they already know. They don't even check my paperwork a lot of times. They're just like, come on, come this way, come on. Like we can tell you already are there. Even when I just did the voice auditions, immediately the guy already knew. Like he don't have to ask me no questions. He know I get paid to sing already. He already knows I'm already there. So here's the question that you want to take to yourself today. Where are you already? Like in your mind, that's the real world. What you see is a reflection of what you see. I said this yesterday. Somebody need to take me to lunch. Anybody? Somebody can take me to lunch. Why do I get on here and I be hungry and then I be having ADD? Someone take me to lunch. I'm about to manifest the best lunch date. Don't worry. It's happening. It's done. I want to go to lunch and I want to go somewhere really cute because I like cute places. Anyway, the moral of the story is you have to already be there. Like, it's no wonder I have certain things. If I could go down the list, like my life, sometimes I wake up, I promise you, I just be like, oh my God, I have an amazing life. Even when I'm quote unquote complaining, it's not a real complaint. Like, it's just an amazing life. Like, it's just such an amazing life. Yes, Coach Tony Robbins, congrats. Yes. Like, your soul represents your genuine character. You're speaking truth, says Stephen Martin. You don't see from your eyes. You have a mental map. Your eyes reflect the picture of the hour. Yes. It's no wonder, like, there's just things that happen. So you have to look at your life and go, wait, what do I desire to be happening? And the average person just isn't courageous enough to say, this is what I want. Because what we do is we see the limits. Well, I only make this much a year. How am I going to get that? That is what actually gets me off. Like, I be like, that's a better story to tell. The story is better for me to come to you this time next year and be like, I was only making this much, and then this is what I manifested. That's a juiciest story to tell. I know it's crazy. Like, most people don't like that discomfort, that part, like that little, they don't like that part because it's like, what are you talking about? This is the way that it works, and this is the way that it works. Like, so that's why a lot of times you can't even talk to, if this is how you live, a lot of times you can't even express yourself because you never make sense to the normal people. Like, I don't make sense to normal people. They're like, how are you going to make that happen? And you have this, this, and this, and that. And I'm just like, just watch. And here's the thing I want to talk about today. The reason why I talked about it, because it was like, it came across my brain. It's just when we do it, my brain. It's just when We do it when I was out with my girlfriends. And there was this guy that I thought was so hot, right? And I just like, it's annoying. Women know certain things. So like, I just knew I needed to put myself in a position so that he thought he was like asking me out. But I put myself in a position so he could ask me out because I knew, like, let me just go help him. Because he was, funny thing is, guys be intimidated. I don't even know why. Anyway, so I said, let me go put myself in position so he can be like, hey, girl, let me make him think it's his idea. I already knew what was going to happen. And everything in my mind that I played out, that's exactly what happened. And I went back to my table. My girls was like, how did you just do that? I'm like, because I know. Same thing. Like when I was broke and had $60 in the bank, but I wanted to go buy some hair. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about what my limits were on my bank account. I didn't care about what wasn't paid or whatever. I just knew the outcome that I desire. So what does it really mean? So it doesn't, I already saw myself walking into wherever I was going like that out. You know what I'm saying? So I already saw how I'm gonna walk in, what the hair gonna be doing. Like I saw that. So it was just a matter of making it come to fruition. So we do this all the time with little things. Like ladies go shopping and you convince yourself, even though you know you need to buy some $1,000 shoes, you're like, I need these shoes because, and what makes you say you need it? It's because you go into your mind and you're already there. You're already on the other side. You already see how your boo gonna say you look good. You already see how you walk into the party and you set it off. Like you already see it. So you guys, we practice this strategy on a regular basis. So the thing is honing in on where you practice this technique. Am I making sense? Let me pause. Yes or no? Does that make sense? China Michelle says, love this. Tyrone said, where you want to eat at? Let's go. Yes, I live in this one bedroom like it's a mansion. Period. Period. Hilarious. I want to make sure you guys are with me. Oh, my auntie's on. Hi, auntie. Okay. So we already do this. You have to have the courage when it comes to the goals that you have, the things that you now desire, because I'm saying all that, I'm using silly jokes and examples, and also realistic examples of like me. A lot of times I don't do a good job of bragging on, like when I go on the road and when I'm on stages and when I'm doing private events and shows, people pay me like it's private stuff. So meaning like somebody, a private company, a corporate event, they hire me to come into their company. So you guys wouldn't even know about it because you're not in that company, but they bring me in and then they pay me to be like whatever, their entertainment. So that's not a public thing versus like if I did a public show, right? So I'm saying that to say like I do a lot and I find myself in these predicaments with like people and access. And I'm just like, I was already here before I was ever here. And that is a practice and that is a skill set that you have to hone every single day. Because when it matters, for example, when I was on the hospital bed and these people, and my auntie's on here, my auntie, y'all see Brenda Battle, y'all, that's my like real life auntie. And it's funny because even auntie knows when I went to the hospital and it was her idea for me to even go to the hospital. I probably would have died in my house if it wasn't for her because I didn't even think nothing was wrong. I wasn't in any pain. My auntie was like, get your butt to the hospital. And I was like, girl, you are extra dramatic. And like, that's my auntie. Y'all know I'm dramatic. She's dramatic too. We're both the drama queens. But when I was in the hospital and my senses were telling me, again, perception, the definition, it says the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something. So what I saw and what the doctors were saying and what I become aware to was the fact that, oh, you could actually die. Like, I didn't even know that you can die like that, but you can. So I'm sitting here bleeding to death. I can't believe what I see in this instant. And I chose in that moment to not react to what I was seeing. That was life or death for me because things went downhill really fast. And I didn't even know, because of my medical ignorance, like I'd never been in a hospital. I didn't know nothing about this stuff. It was like, okay, oh, this is real. I had at that moment to make a decision because I felt the energy of life leaving my body, literally. And it's funny because when my dad, the crazy thing is like, they thought I was going, you could tell the people, the nurses was like kind of giving me the phone, like, say your last words. They was picking up my phone, putting it to my face. And I'm on the hospital bed and I cannot say anything. Like I'm trying to talk, but that's when I realized like things are going downhill really, really fast. Like my dad's calling, my cousin's calling, and they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, I can't talk because I've bled out so much that I'm losing speech. I'm losing life. You guys, that was the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life. And I done almost died a couple times, guns and all that kind of stuff. But this right here, this is a whole different type of situation. And my dad answered the phone. And my daddy was like, I could hear the fear in his voice. Can you imagine talking to your child? You're in another state. You can't get to them. And they're literally like, you don't even know all the depth of what's happening. And my daddy was like, all I could hear him saying, this is the time to activate your faith. Like, don't go out on me. Like, this is the time to activate your faith. This is the time. This is the time where you have to have courage. This is the time where you use the word. This is the time. This is everything you've been taught. This is the time where you use it. And that was never more a real situation, because even before he said it, I knew that it was up to me to live. My faith and trust was not in the doctors and the nurses in the room. So I had to step beyond what I saw. My perceived reality was like, yep, you're about to die for literally negligence. This ain't how I literally went. This is not how I died. Nah, there's no way. Like, this is not how I died. This is just a distraction. I had to speak to myself and my cells and my body and my makeup. I use the power that God has given each and every one of us. I'm living. And I wheeled myself back. So much so that the doctors were like, we don't even know what just happened. See, when you start talking like this, people start going, that was just an incident, like da-da-da-da. You can't tell me God not real, period. And you also can't tell me that God didn't give you the power and the authority over your body. And it's always to the level that you believe. And so if you decide to believe into what you see in your physical realm, then you will reflect that. And that's the work that you're supposed to do every day. And that's the work where people start going, yeah, but you don't understand. And I'm just here to tell you, I can write a book about everything that I have been through, where I almost died. And the only thing I know that saved me was what I believe to be the truth. Because like the Bible says, according to your faith, are you justified? And the average person quits too soon. The average person believes in their perceived limitations. The average person decides to sit down and lay down because things feel too heavy. But I thank God for my daddy, because my daddy raised me a fighter. I will fight you. Thank God, not in the physical anymore. I'm just going to spiritually go to war. And that right there is what life is about. Then it becomes a game, because you're only on this earth for a short period of time. So now what is it that you actually want to be on this earth doing? Because you only get one time. What is it that you actually desire to come to fruition? What are the thoughts? What are the habits that you need to have going on 24/7 here? The more you embody those thoughts and those principles and that energy and that beingness, the more your reality shifts. What we do is we have an experience in life and we live there. I've been guilty. I say, oh, this happened to me, so I'm just going to keep Every day you just go through what happened to you. This happened to me. This happened to me. This happened to me. And you wonder why your life is the same, because you're so busy talking about what happened to you, who stole from you, who molested you, who gave you away, who beat you, who talked about you, who stabbed you in the back, who cheated on you, like all of that. We take those moments and we live from that space in our head. And so our life is a reflection of that. Even if you get a new man, you get the same situation. Because why? You still worried about that one time. Even if you get a new job, you still coming to the same stuff on a new job. Because why? You still living from that space. In my mind, I'm Caesar's Palace, Taj Mahal, private jet. That's all. I mean, so it doesn't matter where I am right now. The level of standard is still going to be according to what's in my brain, not according to what you see. And I don't care if what I'm talking about you don't see right now. Like, I don't care what you see. All I got to be worried about is what I know. So the real work is, what do you know to be true? And are you courageous enough to step outside of your perceived limitations to shake it up and make something happen? I love testimonials. I love challenges, because that's where the diamonds are born. Like, that's where the magic happens. And so the quicker you can stop running from Goliath, the quicker you get to the crown. The quicker you become that king, that queen that you always were. That you always were. Just saying. Just saying. And that's the word for the day. Step outside of your limits. They're not real. Your limits are not real. They're not your limits. They're perceived things. And so the more you can actually like look at it like, that's not real. That's not real. Because it's not real. What would I be doing? What action can I take to prove that it's not real? What action can I take to show God that I actually believe that I am powerful, that I do possess the power that he's already given me? Like, I'm ready to rock. Are you guys ready to rock? What's next level? Like, what? All the time. It's not a one-time event. We rock and that's it. It's just psh, psh, psh. And every time you go to another level, there's always a fire at the next level. So it's just a game you play. It's just a game you play. And what I know to be true is that a lot of times we get to the next level and then we get scared because we didn't think it was going to work. So then you like, oh, I didn't think that was going to work. So then you go like do some other stuff, get off task. And then you go back to your soul says, hello, let's get back to soul work. And then you go and then it works. And then you're like, oh gosh, it's the game we play. It's a game we play, but you only get one life, baby. Listen, all the staying in relationships you don't want, staying in jobs you don't want. I was looking this morning, I saw somebody mama that I was like, golly, this lady was perfectly fine. Like this things shift. So get allergic to doing the same old thing, trying to get a different result. Become allergic to that. I'm just saying. Right at that moment, you had to operate in the period. Speaking into existence. Same to you, Tyrone. Yep. And I think that's what it's all about. It's literally all about, like, when will you become so allergic to mediocrity? If that's a word. Is that a word? Mediocre or mediocrity? I don't know. When you gonna become allergic to being basic? Now, what I desire, I'm not saying you need to desire what I desire. Some people don't desire. Like, it's whatever you desire. But don't lie to yourself and say you don't desire the bigger thing. Because I see a lot of people lying to themselves because of fear. So I'll just take this. If I could just get that, then I'll be okay. Or just go straight to what you truly desire. And that's the thing. That's the game. That's the tangle web. That's the thing. That's the thing. Oh my God, my cousin is at the gym. That is exciting. God is real. Look at God. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Anyway, I love you guys. That's the message for today. Go straight to the thing. Go straight to it. What do you want? Again, so many people just don't sit down and say what they actually want. Just go for it. Like, don't get the substitute. What do you want? What do you actually want? What do you want? What do you want? Know what it is and acknowledge what you think the limitation is. Like, I don't think you should not acknowledge. Let me put this in a container for you. Like, yes, there are perceived limitations. Acknowledge them. Say hello to them. And then combat them with the truth. And a lot of things that I do is like, I look at, like, I keep this book around me for a reason, which I need to do a whole nother live stream on this, because I keep this book around me. It's all getting raggedy and stuff because I carry it everywhere, because whatever I think is a limitation, it's bull. It's complete bull. This lady built this massive empire straight out of slavery. Like, what? Her parents, like, so there's no real, it's not real, because I'm sorry, October 1917, she was doing things that we still scared to do today. 1902, she began going house to house, advertising her business. And you scared? This lady could have got lynched still. Like, what? So what am I actually afraid of? So address your limitations and then keep things around you that keep you inspired. That's why my tattoo says faith over fear. Every time I think I'm about to, I just look down. Like, I just, like, keep the reminders, however you need to be reminded. But don't let your stuff, don't be limited. Don't sit in limitation. Don't sit in lack. Don't sit in comparison. Comparison means that there's not enough. So if I'm comparing, like, oh, you know, so and so, that means that I believe that they could take something from me, which is where your affirmations come in. Nothing can be taken from me that is mine by divine right. Divine right means that what God has for me, you can't take it, baby. You can't take it. So my job is to get busy getting to it. Like, what God has for me is for me, period. And so I just need to, like, listen to what my heart truly desires and go after the things that scare me. And don't leave room for laziness. That's why I love Proverbs. Proverbs talks about laziness. What's today, the 25th? Let's see what 25th of Proverbs is talking about. Let us see. Okay. Talking about running your mouth. The right word at the right time is like precious gold set in silver. Listening to good advice is worth much more than jewelry made of gold. Basically, keeping your word. Now, this Proverbs 25 is actually really, 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 really good. Wow. I love it. Y'all need to go read Proverbs 25. That'll take me, it'll take self-control. Yes, God. Self-control. Not paying attention to your limitations. Being all that you can be right now, because right now is actually the only thing you can have, like, you can harness. So today, be all that you can be in every role that you have, as a daughter, as a wife, as a sister, as a you know, a boss, whatever, employee, whatever you are. I don't know your titles, but just fill in the blanks. Be all that you can be. Step outside of your limits. They're not real. They're just what you've allowed to be real. It's what you've said, okay, I'll just succumb to this situation. No, I dare you to be bold. I dare you to be courageous and actually go after what you truly desire. I dare you to make a move. That is the message for today. Speak into future tense what you desire. God knows what you want before you even knew. He's listening and waiting patiently for you to ask. Yeah, because the thing about it is, like, church folk love talking about, I'm a see. Well, I'm sorry, you were given the power and the authority. So God gave you a will. So it's not all this waiting. I mean, I watched my family wait for something to happen. Like, something gonna just fall out of the sky. This ain't Moses, okay? So ain't no bread falling. You know what I'm saying? You got to make a choice. You got to make a move. And so this is the conversation I have with myself. Like, if I want it, I go get it. If I see it, I want. And here's the thing, though. Here's what I know to be true for me. Like, if there's something that I'm not doing, It's either I'm sitting in a limitation that is a perceived limitation, or I actually don't want it bad enough. Like, because the things that I want bad enough, I make happen. When there's no way possible, it still happens. It doesn't make any sense. It still happens. I could be, if there's something that I want it bad enough, boom, I make it happen. So really it's a matter of being real with yourself. Like, do you really actually want the thing that you say you want? And if you don't, be okay with it. Go to the next thing. Like, there is no lack or no, like, nothing runs out and you're not going to lose anything. So you don't have to freak out if you feel like, oh, I need to hang on to this one good thing because I may not get another good thing. I'm sorry. The world is abundant, full of everything you can imagine. What is it that you desire? Okay, that job's gone, boom, get another one. That man gone, boom, get another one. That body gone, boom, get another one. It's like, boom, get another one. You missed that trip, boom, it's going to be a better trip. Like, it's just the way that it goes. So I have to always remind myself, because this way you got to watch who you hanging out with, what you're talking about, because folks is basic these days. They settling for settle. I'm going to settle for settle. I ain't settling. Like, I want what I want, and I'm going to make it happen, and I have to shake myself back to life. And I'm shaking you back to life today. So get your life, get clear on what you want, and that's it. Just start, like, rallying what you need. And it all starts here. Again, it starts here. That was the point of this whole video, is that the reason why certain things I have seen in my life is because I was already there in my head. So you cannot live in your actual present thing, like right now. Like, I don't live in this world. I'm not living right now in what I see. I can't. I'm somewhere else. The end. So it's a practice. It's a lifestyle. I thank God he gives you the desires of your heart to keep his word written on the tabernacle of your heart. Thanks to Daddy for talking to you at that critical time of your life. God is real. He will never leave you. Never say, yep. And it's all based on you. Like, again, the responsibility is on us. I think that we take stuff and we just act like it's, gonna fall out the sky. And in reality, you just need to be bold and be like, I actually want this thing. And just want it and live there in your head and make it happen in your head before you ever even know how. Know exactly what you want and put a plan together to get it. Boom. And even if you don't know how to put the plan together, still know what you want, because a lot of people they're not starting because they don't know how to put the plan together. But sometimes that trips people out, because there are a lot of over planners, they don't start because they don't know the plan. So even if you don't know the plan, you need to trust that the plan will come once you put an actual target down. So, like, get a target and detach, which is why I played the song, Wake Up, Believe, Surrender. You have to surrender, because things typically don't happen the way that you want it to happen. So knowing that, you can surrender and relax and trust that everything will happen in due time, in due season, just the way that you desire. And that is the message for today. Oh, I'm going to do another live stream about this. We're going to have a secret meeting. Our secret meeting again is happening on Thursday. Nothing falls out the sky. Right. Yeah, I know we wanted to, but you have those moments. There's moments in our life, I think, that make us be excited about the next fall out the sky moment. But typically it falls out the sky because you have clarity on what the outcome is. So get clear on the outcome, and middle fingers to your limitations. Like, seriously. That's it. That's the moral of the story. And on that note, I'm going to play the song again, and we're done. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Own it. Speak loudly about what your soul has to say. Create the things you desire to create.
Listen.
In the way your body wants to move. Laugh at the random moments you want to laugh. Cry during the times your soul feels sad. Achieve the things in life your soul yearns to achieve. Scream when you feel like screaming, and take the risks you deeply desire. Indulge in the random things you dreamt of as a child. Do the things you know that no one else has done before. Love someone with all your heart when you just gotta give love. Listen. Wake up. Believe. Surrender. Own it. Wake up. Believe. Surrender. Own it. Your soul is dying to be seen and heard and unleashed. Honor your soul. Commit to wearing your soul on the outside. I dare you. Do the things that no one else has ever done before. Trust in the process that everything is going to be perfect. The things that excite your soul, your deepest desires, they're not random. Chances are they're linked to your purpose. Follow the nudges, adjust your crown. Be fearless of what sets your soul on fire.
Wake up, wake up. Believe. Hey, get obsessed. Own it, own it.
Alignment is not just about the bliss. It's also about making the tough decisions. It's about doing what is right. It's about honoring your truth, not ignoring it. It's about saying no when it's easier to say yes. It's about walking in the opposite direction the way everyone's walking, putting some relationships on the line, sitting there and crying because you have no other way to process the emotion. It's about overriding what anyone else thinks of you, choosing not to feel guilty when your decisions affect other people. It's about being brave, walk away from what no longer serves you. Listen to your soul, own it. 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 Listen to your soul. Step up and own it.
Step up and own it. You better get your life. Step up and own it, darlings. The clock's ticking. This has been Good Tea for Life. I love you all. LakeishaMichelle.com if you have any questions. Life is good. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Peace out.